Hey guys, this is Daniel from the Do You Like to Play or Do You Like to Eat YouTube channel. We're a new YouTube channel. My wife and I started it, and we are a channel that's growing and learning new things, and we would like to add this new segment about when I do tech reviews. I wanted to do tech reviews because I'm really passionate about technology, about anything just, electronic, and any new technology that I come across. I'm a huge consumer, and I'm very passionate about new technology. So I wanted to give you guys this video and show you what my experiences are with the technology that I come across. So last year I jumped to this phone called the Samsung Galaxy Note 20. It's not the Ultra one, it's the regular one. I jumped to this phone because each year I like to try a new phone, and usually I'm more of an iPhone guy, to be honest, but from time to time I'll switch to a new phone to see what it's like, because to be honest, I was kind of getting a little bit bored with like the iPhone design. It was pretty much the same for several years. I felt like all these different features that were featured on the Galaxy Note series were really revolutionary, and they just have a lot of different features like jam-packed in one phone. So kind of wanted to go over like how the Note series came to be. The Note series started in 2011. It was the very first Note, and it was a 5.3-inch screen, and at the time it was a very revolutionary phone. It was very large for at the time, large screen for the time, and there wasn't a phone like that around that time. But Samsung decided to include a phone with a stylus, and that was never done before, so it was kind of revolutionary at the time, and it has grown into this very popular device that people really like. There's a very big fan base for it, for sure. Diehard Note fans. I know there are some in the audience. So I mean, it even started a new a new vocabulary came up because of this phone called the phablet, because it's almost like a phone tablet, because it was so big. It was something like kind of in between a tablet and a traditional phone at the time. So I mean, each year they came up with a new Note series, and the naming convention was just, Note, the original Note 2, 3, 4, 5. They skipped 6 for some reason. And then they went up to 10, and then last year, 2020, they decided to change up the naming convention to Note 20. And it's because it came out in the year 2020. And I think that's really cool, and I think that's really a fair way to name your new phones, because you're going to release one every year, right? So why not just name it by the year when it came out? I think that's really smart, in my opinion. That's just what I think. The original price of my phone when it first came out, it was $999, and there was an Ultra version, which was 6.99-inch screen. That was $12.99 for the Ultra version. So little specs. There's a lot of specs on the phone, but I just wanted to give you the most important ones. Like I said, it's 6.7-inch display. It's got 1080 to 2400 pixels, 64 megapixel camera, 8 gigs of RAM, 4300 milliamp hour battery life. I also wanted to talk about the pros on the phone. It's got an always-on display. Might be nothing new for Android users, but for mostly iPhone user like me, I thought it was really neat. It's always great having a phone where I could just tell the time all the time and how much battery life it has as a date. You could choose different options on the always-on display. It's just really helpful. You don't even have to turn on the phone. You just always see it. Another thing is the S Pen. To be honest, I'm not a huge S Pen person, but I think having the option and just being able to take notes on your phone is really cool. Sometimes you're on the phone and you need to take a quick note. You're out and about. You don't have a pen with you, right? You always have your phone with you. Having a stylus allows you to take notes, and for some people, that's really, really important to them. So I think that's a definite pro. The side key, just you can customize your side key so that you could start your game on your side key. You could I use it for a flashlight because I use the flashlight every day. This is my flashlight. I don't have another flashlight, right? There's like wallpaper themes, which is really cool. Every time you turn on your phone, you get a different theme. Just jam-packed with features on the phone. It's just such a revolutionary, such a great phone, just jam-packed with features. Another pro that I found was that in like the remote areas that I would go to, whether that's like Death Valley or Grand Canyon and stuff like that, you don't get signal, right? So my wife is using an iPhone and she wasn't getting any signals, but I was. So we're on the same network. So things like that is if that's important to you, if you travel a lot to remote areas and things like that, I think that's a huge benefit. Battery life on the phone, it's a huge phone with a huge battery, so I mean it does last you pretty much the entire day. Sometimes I do have to charge it if I'm using it a lot, but yeah, I mean the battery life is really good. It's got an 89% screen to body ratio, so I mean it just has like a hole punch, right? And then pretty much most of it is a screen, which is one of the things that really drew me into the phone. So another pro, and like I said, customization. There's just like endless things you could change on your phone. So many features packed in. So I mean, those are all the pros of the phone. Now for the cons for the phone, there's just some things that are coming from an iPhone. There's certain things that we expect from our smartphones, but there are some disappointments on the phones as well. And one of those things are like the app's not working properly. Email doesn't work for my work email. Just the Wi-Fi doesn't stay connected at work. We're using the fingerprint scanner on my phone. For some reason it doesn't work. There's a little spot for it on the screen protector and it doesn't work. I don't understand why. I think it has to do with the screen protector, but it's just those things not working when I expect it to work. So that's a huge con in my book. So right now the Galaxy Note 20 is no longer available to purchase, but they're still selling the Ultra for $949 rather. I'm sorry, and I think that's a pretty good deal. I mean, it's been a year, and I know in tech terms that's eons. But I mean, for what you're getting for the money, I think it's a really good deal, especially because they're discontinuing the Note series for 2021. I think originally they were planning on releasing a Note series for 2021, but they're experiencing chip shortages and supply shortages. So they said in August of this year that they are no longer going to be releasing a Note series for this year. So if having a big phone with a huge battery and a huge screen and a stylus, that's very useful in certain situations. If that's important to you, I would jump on that new Ultra for $949. That's a good deal. And would I recommend this phone to other users? I think it depends what's important to you as a phone user. Are big screens, big batteries, having a stylus, are those things important to you? If they are, I would totally recommend it. Do you think that your app's working, your email's working, your Wi-Fi working at all times? things like that, are those things important to you, then I maybe don't recommend it. But for the most part, it has been a very positive experience. It's been a great phone for me for a year, but I will be switching to a new phone later this month. So we'll see how that goes, and I hope you guys like the content that we put up here, and hope you guys like, subscribe, and see you guys on the next one. See ya.